Hi, I'm Jaime Brenkus, your fitness coach. Today's episode is about the most important person in the room, you. Let's learn how to keep you a priority. First, Danny's got a yummy banana coconut cookie recipe to treat yourself. Then head back to the beach for a gut and butt workout. Next, it's back to the studio and the all-important message of self-acceptance from Danny and a follow-up message from me on being simply you. We finish up with a zesty Thai kale salad from Danny to round out your day. It's all about you today on Fit and Delicious. Learn to keep you as a priority with Fit and Delicious. Today is your tomorrow. It's up to you to shape it and to take control and seize every opportunity. But it's important to keep you as your priority. It's like the adage on a plane, put your own oxygen mask on first. So let's treat ourselves to some delicious banana coconut cookies with Danny.
Hello my friends, it's Danny, and today I'm showing you how to make a 4-ingredient banana coconut cookie. Now, a few years ago, I showed you how to make a 3-ingredient banana oatmeal cookie, and you all loved that recipe, so I feel very confident that you're really going to enjoy this one as well. Now, this recipe has been all over the internet, but somehow I just discovered it, and I've made it about 6 times since. It's a really fun, healthy twist on the banana coconut cookie, and I'm telling you, it could not be any easier to make. So I've got my oven preheating at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to line a rimmed baking sheet with some parchment paper. If you didn't have parchment paper, you could just grease the cookie sheet, spray it down, rub it with a little coconut oil. We just don't want the cookies to stick. Then I need 2 brown ripe bananas. You want them to be about 7.5 ounces each, right? So a good size. And remember, the browner, the better, because the browner they are, the sweeter they're going to be. So just peel them, break them into pieces, get them into your bowl, and mash them up until they're all broken down. To that, I'm adding 2 cups of unsweetened shredded coconut. Now, if you wanted to create more flavor, a little more depth, you could quickly toast your coconut in a dry pan. It's the same as if you were toasting nuts. You just get it in a dry pan, keep the coconut moving. Once it gets fragrant and you start to see a golden brown color, it's ready to go. And while we're talking about options, this is a 4-ingredient cookie, but if you had it on hand and you wanted to kick up the flavors, you could give it a pinch of kosher salt and a teaspoon of vanilla extract as well. Not necessary, but delicious. Okay, so I'm gonna mix that all together until you've got a nice thick batter like you see I have right here. And then I scoop about a tablespoon of the batter up, and I just use my hands to form kind of like a fat disc, just like this. Place it on the baking sheet and repeat until you've worked through all the batter. Then you want to just find something in your kitchen to create little holes in the center of the cookie. So you could do this with the end of a wooden spoon. You could do it with a chopstick. I am using one of my kids' paintbrushes that I happen to have on hand right here and worked perfectly. And if all else fails, fingers. So you're just going to create a little hole in the center so it looks like the traditional banana coconut cookie. Then they're ready to cook. That's all you have to do. So into a 350 degree oven, they go in for 25 to 30 minutes or until they are fragrant and they have a nice golden brown color over the top. Once they come out and they've cooled down a bit, I just take a ½ cup of chocolate chips. You could do semi-sweet, dark, milk, whatever your preference is, and melt that down. I just pop it in the microwave. You could also do a double boiler. And once it's melted and you've got them all stirred up, I add in 1 teaspoon of coconut oil. Now what the coconut oil does is it makes the chocolate really easy to drizzle over the top. If you didn't have it, you could still make the recipe work. The chocolate just is a little bit thicker and it ends up being a little goopier when you're trying to drizzle it over the top of your cookies. Then you just scoop up some of that chocolate and drizzle back and forth over the top of the cookies. This part is the fun part. If you have kids in the house, it's a great way to include them in the kitchen because it's completely safe and they'll have a good time doing this. From here, I just pop the entire tray into the refrigerator so that the chocolate can set up. It takes about an hour or so. Then you'll see that these are ready to go. They're so fun, they're so easy, and they are so insanely delicious. You do want to make sure that you keep these stored either in the refrigerator in an airtight container or in the freezer, because if you leave them at room temperature, then the chocolate tends to soften up and they can get a little bit messy. But I'm telling you guys, these are perfect for lunch boxes. They're great when you need breakfast in a pinch if you're running out the door. And they're also just lovely with a cup of coffee in the morning or in the afternoon. So I cannot wait for you guys to try this recipe. When you do, snap a picture and tag me on Instagram and on Facebook, because I just love seeing what you guys are whipping up. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Danny Spies, and I will see you back here next time. Cheers.
Hi, it's Jamie here at Lido Beach. Today is the gut and the butt. So get off your feet and let's get on your seat today. All right, guys, 16 moves, 30 seconds apiece. First thing we're gonna do is a plank. What's that, you say? You're here, all the way up, and just hold it right there. No. All right, guys, right there, right there. Hold that plank now. If you're just starting out, you can go on the knees, it's okay. All right, so keep that in mind. Nice and slow and controlled, you go right up. This is working the abs, give you a slimmer, trimmer, tighter waistline. There you go, nice and easy, hold it right there. And again, you know, abs are made in the kitchen, not in the gym. You know that, that's for sure. What's that mean? You can't spot reduce. Now we're gonna do a buns lift. So you're here, up, up. Just move that leg straight up, not too high. You're controlling the movement, okay? You know, if you're trying to lose weight, I tell you the best thing I tell my clients, that you gotta keep a journal. If you nibble it, scribble it. If you bite it, write it. So write it down, you guys. It really works. One more, and release. All right, let's go to the other side. Again, it's the buns lift. You're right there. That's it. Because truly, nothing tastes as good as lean feels, does it? That extra chocolate cake, no, no, no. Getting in those pants, old or new, is so important. So keep that in mind when you talk about eating healthy or unhealthy. Tighten those buns up. Well, you can feel these, nice and easy. Up, up, that's it. One more, and release. Okay, now we're gonna do a side plank. So you lie on the side here, and just bring it up. Hold it. Now you can really feel these right here. That's it. Yep, you gotta get up, you gotta fuel up, you gotta live it up, guys, right? I'm gonna give you a slimmer, trimmer, tighter waistline and firmer, uplifted, rounded appearance in the buns. That's it, right here. Boy, you can really feel these. But give yourself that smaller goal. I'll tell you, if you give yourself a smaller goal, failure is an impossibility. Right there, and release. Okay, let's go to the other side on these. Okay, this is that plank. You're here, just hold it up, right there. That's it, nice and easy. Hold it. Boy, you can really feel these. That's it. I like to do what I call a ritual. Every morning, guys, I do 30, again, there's 30 push-ups, okay? Which doesn't sound like a lot, but guess what? Of course, at the end of the month, it's like 900 push-ups. And release. Okay, from there we're gonna do a buns press. So you're here, bring it out, right there. Then you wanna do squats. Do 25, 30 squats for the month. You'd be surprised how that adds up, right? Think about that number. It's 750 or it's 900 squats during the course of the month. And it's, again, that's that ritual. And I do 1-minute planks, right? So that means it's 30 minutes of ab work every single month by doing that ritual, that morning ritual. And one more, and release. Now we're gonna do what I call a rope climb. So you're here, nice and easy, you're here, and just kind of climb that rope. Boom, boom, boom. Keep that up, okay? Now again, you can't spot reduce, meaning, you know, you can do 1,000 gazillion sit-ups a day, but the bottom line is, you gotta eat healthy to get rid of that layer of adipose tissue over top. Pull, pull, and release. Now we're gonna do a pelvic tilt. You're here, up, up. Now you're working those buns. That's it. Get them nice and rounded, uplifted. There you go. Another thing I used to tell my clients, kitchen closed after 7:30. Because I'll tell you, it doesn't sound like a lot, but even if you have an extra 100 calories at night for a snack, you do that for 30 days. Remember, 3,500 calories equals a pound. Well, guess what? That's almost a pound, right? It's 3,000 calories. So you gotta be careful. One more, and release. Okay, now let's do bicycles, remember? Elbow, opposite knee, boom, boom, right there. This really works those obliques. It's a great exercise for the abs. If you're just starting out, boom, boom, put your feet on the ground and do it that way. That's okay too. Hey, you're doing great. You're getting right through these. Sort of a version of 8-minute abs, but now gut and butt. A little different. That's it. Nice and easy. And release. Okay, now slowly, slowly, we're going to bring it around. We're going to our butt kick. So you're here, bring it up and back. Back. Tighten those buns as you do it, guys. He who has no time for his health today will have no health for his time tomorrow, so keep that in mind. You owe it to yourself to give yourself these 8 minutes every single day. That's it. Tighten up, tighten up. You're almost done. Really, think about it. You're getting right through it. 3/4. And release. Okay, other side. So you're here. And just kick. Slow, controlled movements. That's it. Nice and easy. Good. Remember, as we reach a certain age, so important to put on that lean muscle tissue, that afterburn. We have to have that. Because guess what? You know, you can feel sore tomorrow or you can feel sorry tomorrow. The choice is yours. Get out there and move a little bit. Right? Challenge yourself. You'll feel much better. And release. Okay, now I'm going to do a plank, but it's a moving plank. So it's here. I want you to move up and down. Right there. It's a little more advanced. Again, if you're just starting out, you could do it this way. That's okay. Otherwise, it's here. Boom. There you go, guys. Nice and easy. Again, give yourself that smaller goal. You'll do it. Rome wasn't built in a day. One more. And release. Now, I want to go right to that pulse, that buns pulse. You're here. Pulse. Now, really squeeze those buns muscles. Nice and easy. Right there. That's it. But you're certainly going to have so what days, right? Days where, you know, you're not going to be as healthy as you want. So what? Pick it up the next day, the next meal. That's how you win long term. That's it. Come on, you're almost done. Let's go. And right there. Okay, now, other side. Pulse it up. Pulse. 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 There you go. Good, good, good. Focus in. You know, with these workouts, you know, I tell you, get in, get fit, and get out. Go on to your busy day. That's what we want you to do. Focus on being healthy, living a healthy lifestyle. One more, and release. Hey guys, guess what? Last set of crunches. Here we go. You're here. Boom, right there. Just lift your arms and shoulders off about 30 degrees off the ground. Keep your abs nice and tight. You're looking up towards the sky, almost like you have an orange between your chin and your chest. So you're not yanking on your head, just up, up. There you go. Now, pulse. Pulse, right on the top. Squeeze tight, come on, you can do it. You're almost done, guys. Come on, come on, come on. Almost done. There you go, couple more, couple more. And release that down. And you did it. Well done, guys. Wow. How about that workout?
Hey guys, it's Danny, and today I want to chat about self-acceptance and why it is an essential part of creating any type of change in the body. A lot of times I know people, we tend to believe that if we accept where we are when we want to be in a different place, then that means that we are quitting or we're giving up. And I want to show you guys how that could not be further from the truth. And not only is it untrue, but like I said before, you have to start with self-acceptance, which means we have to allow ourselves to be exactly where we are before we can really begin to create any type of change. So as I'm always encouraging you guys, and I'm going to continue to do so, if there's one thing that we can all do for ourselves on this health and or weight loss journey is to be easy with ourselves and to soften around the whole process a little bit. And I think that in order to do that, we have to stop being in such a desperate rush to get somewhere and to reach the goal, right? But in order to lose that desperation, we really have to give ourselves permission to be where we are, AKA accept where we are. The first thing you have to get is that self-acceptance is not quitting, and it's not about being complacent, right? Self-acceptance is simply allowing what is to be, right? Instead of being in a constant state of rejection and pushing against, you're just allowing what is to be because it already is, right? And we can't truly change anything until we accept it, because if we don't accept it, we are rejecting and pushing away. And how can you change something if you can't see it and understand it and really take a look at it? So can you see the difference between allowing yourself to be where you are and using that as your entryway, as your gateway to begin to create change, versus pushing against where you are and then trying to push and will and be very aggressive with trying to create some type of change, right? The latter is what a lot of people are doing when they want to create change in the body, but we need to come back and soften up and trade out that desperation for curiosity, right? Because once we can soften up enough to be with where we are and allow where we are, so we can look at where we are, then we can begin to understand what type of change is needed, right? Like, why do I have the desire to eat these certain foods? Why do I overeat at this time of the day? Why do I want sugar when this is happening, right? If you're not softening and going slow enough and are not willing to look at what is, it's very hard to create change. So while self-acceptance is inviting you to slow down, it is most certainly not asking you to quit. It's really a way of you working with yourself instead of against yourself. I also think that this is a really good time to kind of zoom out and take a broader perspective and realize that culturally speaking, we definitely are fed a lot of ideas about how we are supposed to look and what the body is supposed to look like. And without even realizing it, we take on a lot of thoughts and a lot of belief systems over the years from things we watch, from things we read, from conversations that we overhear, and then unknowingly, these belief systems become our own, right? These thoughts become our inner dialogue. So what I think is a great practice to do is to create a little space for yourself and listen. Try to identify, get out that journal, try to identify for yourself, what are some of the thoughts that I hold that block me from accepting myself as I am right now. Thoughts like, my body is gross or disgusting, or thoughts like, I'm never gonna meet somebody if this is the body I'm in, or if I'm in this body, I could never wear that really cute outfit, or I'm never gonna go on that vacation. And then what I want you to do is to read through them and ask yourself, do I really believe this? Is this really true for me? And does this inspire, empower, and or encourage me? Does it uplift you? Is it a thought that serves you? And if your answer to any of those questions is no, then this, my friend, is a little fun homework assignment for you. You need to rewrite the script. Take those sentences and write them to something that is more true for yourself, and then begin to practice your truths. Because remember, all a belief system are thoughts that we think over and over and over again. So if you have thoughts that are not serving you, and you're repeating them and repeating them and repeating them, and they're becoming a belief system, we need to interrupt the pattern, right? So that we can come back to this place of acceptance just as we are right now, and then use that as the springboard to create the change that you may want to create for yourself. So in a nutshell, what I really want you guys to walk away with from this video is the idea that self-acceptance is not only not quitting, but it's essential to creating change in the body, because we cannot change anything that we are not willing to see and understand. Right? And in order to see and understand something, we have to be willing to be with it, AKA accept it.
Note to self. Dear body, I'm sorry I've treated you unkindly, feeding you unhealthy foods, and not taking care of you. I vow that starting today, I'll do better. I'll eat clean and get you back into shape. I'll get you to the best level of fitness you can be. We will do it. You are my temple. With love, me. You are simply you. You're not inferior. You're not superior. You're simply you. You're not in competition with anyone. You're a unique individual, and there's no one else like you. Now, you have the power to take health into your own hands. You have the power to prevent disease and help your body to discover what it means to feel your best. Believe in yourself and all that you are, and know that there is something inside of you that is greater than any obstacle. You control how you spend your time. You control your moments. Take your moments and use them wisely. Focus on your end result. Focus on what you want your body and your health to look like. Just start, go, move. By taking imperfect action, you're going to automatically feel better when you start to move. You're going to automatically look better when you start making healthier food choices. Now I'm going to show you how to get fit with just you as the resistance. They're called isometrics, okay? Won't you join me? We're going to try these at home. All right, first we're going to do is let's start with the chest. Put both hands together, right like this. You want to squeeze the muscles. This works the outer pectorals and the chest muscles. Right there, you're holding against an immovable object. Hold it right there, hold it, and release. Now, this is an interesting one. You're going to grab here and you're going to pull down with one arm and you're going to resist with the other. Pull. You got to do these at home. Hey, if you're not moving, you're snoozing, guys, right? Right there. Now, other side, pull, down, down. That's it. You're getting the back muscles here and release. Now let's do the shoulders. One hand goes up and you're resisting with the other. So my right hand is pushing up and you're resisting with the other. And let's go the other side. Here we go. Push up. Well, these are great. You can really feel these. And you're dictating the resistance and the challenge. You don't challenge, you don't change, right? And release. Now, laterals. Here, grab the arm and now just push out to the side. Again, you're creating the resistance right there. And release. Other side, pull. Pull. That's it. And release. Let's go for a bicep curl. Here, with the arms up. As you bring it up, you're creating the resistance with your left arm. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and release. Other side, right here. Hold it up. One more. And release. Now the triceps. Push down. So you're here, push. You can see the muscle working. Push down. Here we go. Push down. One more. And release. Nice big deep breath. All the way up. And release. It's about you.
Hey guys, it's Danny, and today I am sharing my latest salad obsession. It is a big, fat, veggie-packed, clean and delicious Thai kale salad. So I'm gonna start with one bunch of kale that's been washed, stemmed, and then cut into thin strips. You're gonna end up with about 8 to 10 cups of the kale, and this is gonna be the base of our salad. Next, I'm gonna top that with 1 cup of carrots that have been peeled and chopped, 1.5 cup of chopped cucumber. Now I like to use the little Persian cucumbers because they have a very thin skin, so you don't have to peel them. Plus, they don't have any seeds inside, so they are extra crunchy. Then I've got 1 cup of radishes cut into thin strips. And the way I get those strips is by taking my radish, cut it into rounds, then lay those rounds flat and thinly slice them into strips. Now you wanna make sure that you're working with a sharp knife. I also have 1 yellow pepper that I'm adding in as well. And what I do here is I simply cut off the pepper cheeks, slice off the bottom, and then cut them in half horizontally and slice into thin strips. And then our final salad topper is a 1/4 cup of roasted and salted peanuts. Now, really any peanut will do here, but I love the depth of flavor we get when the peanuts are roasted. So that is the salad. Simple, beautiful, packed with veggies, and now I'm gonna show you how to make the dressing. Now, whenever I make my salad dressings, I like to make them in these glass spouted cups because A, I can see what I'm doing, and B, the spout makes it really easy to pour. So in goes a 1/4 cup of natural creamy peanut butter. You could also use crunchy here, but what you want to make sure of is that you're using all natural peanut butter. The only ingredients that you should see on the label are peanuts and salt, possibly if you're using salted peanut butter. Then I've got 1 clove of crushed garlic, a teaspoon of grated ginger. And whenever I work with ginger, what I like to do is I just peel the skin off with a veggie peeler, and then I grate the ginger on the back of a microplane. This way you get it nice and fine and all the flavor, and you don't have to worry about getting any huge chunks of ginger in your dressing. Then I have 1 tablespoon of low sodium soy sauce. And if you don't do soy, you could also use a tablespoon of coconut aminos, a tablespoon of fresh squeezed lime juice, and then 2 tablespoons of honey, which is nice and sweet, and it's gonna round out all the flavors of it. Then I usually add a couple tablespoons, you could do more or less, play with it, of hot water. This is going to help to thin the dressing out. So you whisk it all together, and my goal is that it's thin enough that I can pour it over my salad, but it's still thick and hearty enough that it coats the back of a spoon, just like this. And then totally optional here, if you like a little bit of heat, a nice little dash of red pepper flakes, which is also great this time of the year because it boosts the metabolism. It's gonna get us out of winter mode and we're ready for spring. Now, if you were gonna make this as a head start ingredient, you could just cover these both up, store them in the fridge, and then when you're ready to enjoy your salad, make a beautiful plate of salad and drizzle your dressing over the top. And what I love about salads like this is that you have a nice big salad, have it for lunch or have it for dinner, and you're getting just about all your veggies in for the day. So you don't need to spend the rest of your day worrying about whether or not you've eaten your greens. You guys have got to try this one, and when you do, remember to snap a picture and tag me on Instagram and on Facebook. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Danny Spies. I'll see you back here soon. Cheers.
Not only do we need to make ourselves a priority, but if we don't and rest too much, we rust. And that's our theme next time on Fit and Delicious. Hope you can join us.
For videos, tips, and the 8-day challenge, visit fitanddelicious.com. To become a Fit and Delicious member, where you'll find over 90 videos, tips, and inspiration, plus all 13 episodes of Fit and Delicious, go to fitanddelicious.com. This is episode 104.